Namaskaram, everyone. Today, I would like to give you the review on Isha Insight program, which I attended in 2019. So, I just want to share my experience. There is some construction going on upstairs, but today is the final day for everyone to enroll to the Isha Insight program. So that is the main reason I chose a day so that we can have this little bit of review on the ESA Insight program. So while I was working in Bangalore, I was working for the uh, American firm. So at that time, I was interacting with like a lot of different kind of customers in the industry, and that is where like I found out that since I was already into spirituality, I always wanted to have something to support my spiritual growth, and because of that reason, while I was doing inner engineering, I retreat at the Isha Yoga Center. I came to know about the Isha Insight program, where all the entrepreneurs from and then the successful business people, everybody comes together and they share their success, their route to the success, and how they actually become successful, so that they can create more time and energy and resources, not only for them but for everybody else. And this is what Sadhguru says is, through inner engineering you can scale yourself. Similarly, because the existence has got two parts of it. One is the spiritual dimension, which is 100% in ourselves, but the rest of the other part is the external, where we have need the cooperation for everyone, and that is where the scaling up the business comes into the play. So I enrolled into the program. It happened uh, at the Isha Yoga Center. The program actually took place at the Spanda Hall, where usually the Baba Spandam programs takes place. So it was a 4 days program. If you have enrolled, uh, you like you'll get a the car will be coming to the airport, and then they'll pick you up, and then you'll head to the Isha Yoga Center in the foothills of the Velangiri Mountains. So once you reach to the ashram, you will be welcomed. You register yourself first of all, just give your details that confirm, and then once you'll be headed towards welcome uh, towards the Sponda Hall. So I think because of the COVID restrictions and everything, some things are changed. But the main objective of this program is basically to scale yourself, you scale your business together. So anybody who has not been initiated to the Shambhavi Mahamudra also, uh, they have this option and the opportunity to scale themselves also, before the program. If you get initiated into the program before you enroll into the Isha Insight program, it would be fabulous. So if you ask me why I wanted to attend this program, is because the people who actually are known as the resource leaders for this program are phenomenal. They are highly successful people who have been running their businesses, 1,000 crore businesses, from variety of industries, from services to software to manufacturing, and all kind of business, even fashion industry and so on. And if you ask me, the one of the key takeaway from the program was, Sadhguru himself was also there, and then all the entrepreneurs and whoever is the attending the participants, they have been allocated a group, and the group stays together for 4 days, and then there are the successful people, the leaders, they will come, and then they will share their case studies. When they share their case studies, they will explain, give what was the challenges and why they took certain kind of decisions, and then how they actually become successful. And it actually gives you, whatever you may not actually learn within many years, or even a lifetime of going to the university, or you even through your work experience also. you may not actually be able to learn everything. And that is where the Isha insight comes into play. And that is where you can actually understand, make to come to understand that whatever you could learn in entire life, or maybe many lifetimes, you can actually push it to the very small segment, that within 4 days you can actually know the perception and the thought process of all the leaders over there. And not only that, you can actually you have been allocated a resource leader for each day, and then every day you have been given some task, and then you just go through the case study, success case study of each of the presenter, who are also the business leaders. So at the end of the day each day, you get some learning, and finally on the fourth day, you actually compile the what you are going to do with all these learnings. And one of the beautiful thing about this one is, one of the thing is from the business point of view, you get all this kind of resource leaders who have got 20, 30, 40 years of experience of the successfully running the business. And you can actually go and ask your queries that I'm into this kind of business now, what I can do to further it, how I can scale my business, so that most of the things can be taken care of. And one other thing is uh, most of the time, whether it is a business or a personal life or spiritual practices or something, one other thing is if it works, you should know, and if it does not work, you also need to know why it does not work. And only then you can actually accelerate your growth, whether it is financially, personally, or spiritually. And this is the best place, because during the break time, also during the lunch time, you can sit together with different resource leaders. You can go and then find out people from a different background, different businesses and everything. You can learn from their perspectives. You can ask the questions, and then they can actually help you what you should do. For example, in my case, I went and asked several kind of questions, in segmenting, how to market, including the human resource, as well as how to use the the pricing of the products and so on. And it actually give you a lot of insight. And apart from that one, there is always a session from Sadhguru. And when Sadhguru comes in, it's completely different. And you will know that when Sadhguru comes to the event, in at least in inside, there's no spiritual discussion in that one. We go through the meditation, and there are certain kind of empowering processes also there. But he, at least from my understanding, during this time, he didn't actually answer anything spiritual regarding that one, because he knew that people are not here, the majority of the people are not here for that, at least in that program. So when he came in, he actually gave us three things, you can find in the YouTube also, three things which actually makes one a leader, and why it is required so also. So these three things, I think you also know already. These are known as the 3 I's. These are called the insight, integrity, and then inspiration. So you should be able to inspire people. You should be able to have an insight. Insight basically means you should be able to see that other people cannot see. And yeah, so these are the, and integrity is basically you deliver rather than you say what needs to be done. You can be trustworthy, and this is what was that. And not only that, the entire process is going to instill you into going through that actual process. And it actually makes you, when you come out of the program, it's great. And not only that, it's not only the little bit of a spiritual part and everything. You will be able to have little bit of joy and everything when the I'm not going to spoil a lot of stuff. A physical event is a must to go. Even online is also really good event. And today is the ending day for enrolling for the 2021 program. Sadhguru will be there online, of course, but it's not going to be different than the offline program is the best. I think the guys are coming from, I think, from Abul and Cheroda. They will be there as the presenters for this year. and it's a great thing. Like if you're running a business, if you want to become successful, and if you're a spiritual person like me, and then you want to have a business that can actually support your growth, then inside program is must for you. You can take a because whatever you could learn in your entire life, you can actually learn in 4 days time. And one of the resource leader, I think it was Kamath, he actually said that we might have let's say we combined might have few thousand, maybe like a few thousand, yeah, years of experience together, like when you combine. But Sadhguru himself has got like tenfold of that. So Sadhguru has this kind of insight that uh, he has the answer for everything. So, and another thing is one of the interesting thing that actually happened during. Sorry about the noise. uh, some construction is going on. So another thing I want to share a little bit was in our the table, I didn't knew about many people who were there. Like some of them are highly successful people. One of the person in our uh, the our round table was one of was the Akka, I was actually heading the uh, you know heading the Isha home school. uh, and another Akka was actually her name is, I think, yeah, she was actually one of the Forbes under 30 uh, successful person. So you can actually see all these kind of people, there was a presentation from various people, very successful uh, very successful companies, including one of them was, I think, a Nalli saris, how they became highly successful. And there was another presentation also from Isara also, that from, I think, a Trivandrum uh, center, possibly ISR. So they came and then they shared their stories, how they become successful, how ISR actually use they have a lowest budget compared to other companies across the world, for example NASA and so on, but still they are capable of delivering the success. So apart from that one of the main interesting thing is you stay together with the successful people, you meet a lot of people. I haven't met the billionaires also, from the Norway or something, possibly a millionaire or billionaire. I'm a little bit confused, but yeah. So they were all there, learning things. You meet a lot of different kind of people with different kind of experiences. You got to learn a lot. And one of the key highlight of that one is we are also discussed about some of the people are asking Sadhguru, what will happen to Isha after Sadhguru has left. It was a quite interesting. I'm not going to share that here. You might be able to ask that again, if you attend the program or you ask Sadhguru. And it was really interesting insight on that one, how it might go on, and how it is going to prosper after eventually, it will be handed down. Isha will be handed down possibly to the next generation of the yogis. So, and another thing was, one of the most interesting thing was, because I was highly involved with the Kaveri calling volunteering in the Karnataka, because I was in Bangalore. So I was involved with the Kaveri calling, the awareness programs, and managing some of the events in the ground, from Madikeri off to Bangalore for the Karnataka stretch where Sadhguru actually presented. So at that time, there was a one slot where the uh, the volunteers from Isha actually came up, and then they presented how Isha actually manages to handle such kind of high scale uh, environmental project, which involves everyone from ground level up to the highest decision maker level, and bringing up everyone together, and then how they were able to achieve uh, such kind of success. And at the moment, as we speak, I think we have already crossed a 5 crore trees in donation already. And then even the government from like Karnataka as well as the Tamil Nadu, they are also involved in that one. And that is where like most of the people actually ask like how it is capable and everything, and there were like quite a great insights, because Sadhguru never says that like, okay, we are going to do this. He never says. He just comes and then says, let's do this. And then that actually like uh, the kind like how the leader is going to influence the people. And like what it was quite an interesting, because like I was a part of the volunteering team, and then you know how to actually like cultivate the inner ability of everyone, rather than delegating the people, rather than micromanaging. What Sadhguru also mentioned, and like it's actually in practice in Isha, is uh, the level of leadership, because everybody is leader, and then like everybody has been given a certain kind of ownership, and like they have and everyone is given a task most of the people have never done in their own life, except from like a specialized task, for example, like using the internet or like a programming or something, that is the certain kind of like a skill set. But apart from that one, managing people, communicating, handling certain kind of project and everything, this was all handled. And then like uh, uh, it was discussed a lot that like how the Isha team actually managed to handle like the programs on the side, as well as on parallelly there was the sacred walks also going on parallelly, which started actually from the starting point of Kaveri. And then they were like the uh, entire team of volunteers were actually helping all the pilgrims like who were part of the sacred walks. And then they all came together, and Sadhguru was having all these Kaveri calling meetings, interviews, and on the side he was also having like a satsang, and then like everything together. And like it's quite mind-boggling. And then like he was capable of going continuously. And this only happened only because of the way Isha is being led by Sadhguru. And like yeah, it's like awesome, like whatever like it's outside like you cannot find this kind of leadership program anywhere in the world. Yeah, you can find all the successful people around, even the Tata and like all the other successful people have all came to this program. And there is always to learn something new always. And like I met some people like who have been visiting regularly for this event also. So eventually like I'm also going to attend possibly like a next year or so on when it comes physically. I still need to like put all of what I've learned into the practice. I'm in the process. And anybody who is running a business, or even planning to run a business, or even want to have this clarity on like where he's coming and where he's going in terms of financial matters and success, they can always make use of this program. And this is a gift from Sadhguru to how to the bridge the spiritual and then the financial part of it, which is the economic engine. And like Sadhguru says that if you want to make a difference in today's world, economic power is the must at the moment, because they are the decision makers and they can actually change the direction of the society. So I hope this sharing was interesting. And then you can also like try and attend the program, and it is going to be fruitful for you. After the attending this program, like I have a clarity of like how the business has to be run, like what are the things I need to learn. And then if it is working, I know why it is working, and if it does not work, I know what is not working. And like this actually like frees you. And you don't need to worry about okay why it is not working, or if it is works. And sometimes what usually happens is most of the people get success because of the chance and everything. Once you have this clarity, like there's no chance. Just like Sadhguru says, like karma is your own making. So this is like the inside review. So I hope it was fruitful for you to watch this video. And please attend inside program. Like if it is not possible for you to attend this time, you can attend next time, or like you can also ask your colleagues or like anyone like who is an entrepreneur or like wants to scale their business, it is you cannot go wrong with Insight program. So gratitude to Sadhguru, the volunteers, and everyone who actually made this program possible for us. Namaskar.